A lot of it was me wanting to challenge myself, in a way that I never have before. I knew it would be scary, but I just kind of used that to my advantage and just jumped in full force. And I think that was very necessary too, and to understand how important a story like this is and what it means for people, what it means for women, what it means for Black women, what it means for female athletes. It's a lot, and I felt all of that, and I wanted to be a part of something that meant a lot. I think it was just really a blessing and an honor to be a little part of her story in some way. I guess I would have to use a lot of myself and completely fall into it and not think about anything else, not think about how I looked, not think about what other people thought, just fully take myself into her shoes. And I think a lot of that helped a lot of the times for me. And I think obviously using some personal things that I connected her to me with was really helpful as well. I was really in awe about how I was the first day versus how I was, towards the end. And seeing my body transform in that way was very rewarding for me. So it inspired me to want to just keep going, even though it hurt, even though there were days I did not want to get up, So it was a lot, I guess, physically, but also emotionally, mentally, all of that. And I had an incredible boxing coach who really helped me along the way for months, knowing that no matter where you came from, no matter what obstacles you go through, you really can achieve anything if you have extreme belief in yourself, like Clarissa does. And I think she just really inspires me to do that, so I feel like her story will also do that as well, to have this just unwavering confidence that you are incredible, and also just respecting female athletes and what they have to go through and their journey throughout this entire world as it is, but in that industry in particular, how incredible they are and how they're just as interesting as men are, and just as fun to watch and just as intense and powerful. So I hope that people take that away from it as well, so hopefully.
That is a big reason why I jumped to do this, because I'm like, we have to spread this far and wide. A young Black woman, two-time gold medalist by the age of 16 years old at the Olympics from Flint, Michigan, it needed to be told. And especially since she's still setting records today. I went through a couple of emotions when I heard about her and Jason and the work they've put in and what they've done, and what work I should have put in to understand it. And so I'm really glad and grateful to Barry for writing this story and Rachel directing it. It's something that I think everyone needs to know about, because it's such an empowering story. And I don't know, she's a legend. So I feel like this is the right way to, show our gratitude to her. Oh yeah, perseverance. The many ways we can be told that we don't belong, that we don't deserve, how we can really, literally and figuratively fight our way through. Familial tones are all throughout this, because the connection between coach and athlete is something incredibly special. And the connection between Jason and Clarissa is unlike anything I've seen before. Seeing them here, for their first, red carpet for a story about their lives is truly, truly, truly breathtaking. When you're doing a story about somebody that's living and breathing and still doing their thing, you do have a well of information, and he was an open book. But also at the same time, we were trying to cater to his life too. This man still runs that gym and is still coaching these young kids in Flint. But I'm just really happy that I'm standing in this historical moment of being able to show his life back to him. She was literally doing the regime and training and running and fighting and eating just like an Olympic boxer, for her first major debut. And so all I really wanted to do was be there in support of that. I truly believe that me being here and on this journey with her is an act of service. I just want to be here in service for her. It's so great to just watch her glow, and she put her heart into it. And I think you can see it frame by frame to see her in the ring, taking these hits, going through the emotional arcs and really living it.
I'm just really excited and, just grateful for the MGM team, for Ryan Destiny, for my coach Jason Crutchfield at the beginning, to see it all kind of come full circle fruition, and I get what I deserve, he gets what he deserves, and, now I'm regarded as the greatest woman of all time right now. So it's pretty cool to have a movie about my life only being 29 years old. I'm still fighting. I fight again February 2nd to defend my heavyweight world title. So it's pretty cool. Honestly, I think the most important part was having a talk with Barry Jenkins and just knowing the script. He sent me he wrote the script, he sent it to me, and I sent it back and said, hey, this, that, and then, but he had it right, and he had already been kind of following my story and knew who I was, and he did a great job. But he also let me put my input in, and we talked for 4 hours before he even wrote the script. Being a woman in a male-dominated sport has never been easy. I have just been blessed with the God-gifted gift that I have. I'm such a great boxer, and it kind of seemed like everything just kind of happened, but it was so much hard work, so much loud voices, so much people saying, oh, that's not ladylike, and I had to always stand up for the women in boxing and kind of demand that we get treated the same, and not just because, oh, you need to treat us the same, but it's like, look at my accolades, look at my accomplishments, look at what I've done. I hope the audience, that everybody is just like very inspired. The fire inside of them is burning. They can go chase whatever goals that they have in life, and that they can just go do it. I hope that they see that if I made it, how come they can't? Because I had a very tough upbringing, but I turned out pretty okay.
The fact that I didn't know Clarissa's story made me want to help tell this story and champion the story to the world. I mean, she's so incredible, both as an athlete and the resilience outside the ring, and it felt like, the world should know her story. That's actually exactly what I loved about the film, is that you have spectacle and you have boxing and action and all the things that make movies movies, but then it's really like the heart is in everything in between. It's the intimacy. It's an inspirational life movie as much as it is an inspirational sports movie. Well, Ryan obviously had to do a lot to become a boxer. She was always an incredible actress, but she did not come from, not only did she not come from boxing, but from much athleticism. So she spent months and months and months training, both in the ring, but also nutritional supplements, transforming her body. Brian's genius. Brian brings so much humanity, so much nuance to everything that he does. And then you put them together and there was this magnetic chemistry. I think, I feel like I got as lucky as one could possibly get, especially for our first feature, to get 2 actors and then the 3 of us as a triad that just we enjoyed every step of making the film. I'm going to give you 2 themes I hope resonate. I mean, it's an incredibly inspiring movie, so I hope people walk away inspired and every time you get knocked down, you have to get back up. And I think along with that is this idea that you can really, ultimately it's about the journey and not the destination. And if you love what you do, then you will find your way to success in the end.
This actually started way, way back in the day, even before Moonlight sort of released. Alicia Holmes and myself had a meeting, and she asked me, do you know who Clarissa Shields is? Honestly, I did not at that point. And she sent me the documentary, T-Rex, which was about Clarissa's life growing up, becoming an Olympic gold medalist. And I was shocked I hadn't heard of her. And I very quickly said, well, if you guys are looking for a writer, I would love to write this. So that's how it all began. We think the American dream, and all these people who build themselves up by the bootstraps, who earn everything that they achieve. And Clarissa is the full embodiment of that. Being from Flint, Michigan, the age that I am, growing up where I grew up, this represents a very pure Americana. And she's done so much, her and her coach, Jason Crutchfield. And it's one of those things, I'm so sorry, we're all looking for things that we can look at, these common places, these common people that represent all of us. And right when I first saw her story, I felt like this young woman, this young black woman from Flint, Michigan, represents all of us. It was definitely a story worth telling. You know what I'll say? I started this project in 2016, so before Moonlight was commercially released. Clarissa Shields was undefeated as a boxer when I started this. She's still undefeated as a boxer. I mean, that's incredible. That's better than Rocky, man.
It's a lot of hard. It was a lot of hard work. So I appreciate this. I told her that she would, really do something, and she done it, and she done real good. I knew that we could break records and stuff because she was gonna be the first female USA boxer to win a gold medal. I knew that would happen, but with this red carpet and all this, I didn't think that though. I just hope they, can get somebody in that corner like me that, through everything, I stuck with it and I hung in there and I did it. So I hope that rubs off on somebody. This guy's a real nice guy. He's a real nice guy, and I really think he studied me. He studied me pretty well, and I was very proud of what I seen.